we might as well rock and roll.
Hey, flat cam. Thank you, sir.
I like that paint scheme, Cam.
Thanks, man.
There we go. Alright, sorry about that, guys. Last minute things, life, whatever, all that stuff happens. But welcome to Chopshop. Gen 4 race, first race of the season for Chopshop in the Gen 4s here. Cameron Dario in the number 2 is looking very clean out there in qualifying. He's going to be your pole sitter. Here we go. Cameron, Caleb Mazaleski in the 53. Car right across from them. Pair of Chevys up in the front. Behind them is Jason Day, Michael Caffrey, Michael Strictly, Michael Coulter Jr., 5th and 6th, Brandon Bledsoe, Robert Church, 7th, 8th, Donnie Williams and Philip Caffrey will round out your top 10. Pushing back, Brad Dove, Jonathan Parsons, John Hammond, Nathan Biggert, Jeremiah Burke, Mark Retchkin, Chris Bears, Devin DeCuna, and Isaac Balsamo will be the tail end there of the field of the grid. Thank you everybody for joining us for Chopshop TV's first Gen 4 race. These cars are bad fast, they're wicked, they're going to be slippery. We're at Autoclub, very excited for this race. See how it goes. I'm your host, Joseph, and this is Chopshop TV. As we see them coming off turn 2 down the back, pacing around. See how they go, how they take the track. Keep it tight. Very fast track, lots of draft here. Looking at the highline to be very quick, but typically we see it burn up some tire for those running up the top, and they might transition to the bottom.
lot of power in this car, so all start.
Here we go, getting ready. We should see the pace car pull off. It does. We see Barney with the green flag in hand. Cameron's leading them off to the green flag start. There they go. This season's underway. Gen 4 Racing. Chopshop TV. Cameron getting a good jump here. We see Caleb. We mentioned just a second ago. Look at all the cars. Cars everywhere. Lots of old school paint. Warning the 3 there. Looking at a 3 wide. 52 right below him. That's Jason Day. Got the 77 Caffrey. The green machine. Michael Caffrey there. That's a Dodge. Getting the lead from Cam on the high side so far. Oh, we got a wreck. We saw the 77, I believe, sideways. Someone back here. Looks like it was Isaac. It looks like the car's okay.
Okay, claim window.
I'm not too sure how tough the cars are. I don't have a lot of experience in this car. If it's like the ARCA car, it should be okay. We saw him sideways in the middle of the track. We'll take a look and see what happened to Isaac.
Caution. Pace car going into 3.
All right, so there's Isaac right here. We'll hit that. Sorry about that. Looks like he got a little loose. 43, try to avoid him, just ends up right behind him. That's Devin. We'll take a look at Devin's point of view. Here's Isaac. There's Devin. See Isaac a little free. Devin just sliding, natural line sliding up. Gets into Isaac, jacks him up. Isaac, no damage. I don't think he hit the wall. Let me back it up a bit.
I'm choosing the outside, by the way.
Just a long, lazy slide, a little bumper tap in the rear there. Nothing too bad. He'll be all right. Bring it back live. There's Balsamo. And a little crinkle there on the rear end, not too bad. It might affect a little bit with the Autoclub being pretty track dependent, but I think he'll be okay. He should be able to get all that fixed there. We'll see how he does over the course of the race. Caleb taking the lead from Cameron. Pretty early going here. We're only working lap 4. Everybody doing real good. Nice paint schemes here. Penske, that is my team. I'm a 12 fan, so I'll take Penske. That's, I think, a Brad throwback, maybe, or maybe Kurt Busch. I think Brad came in the COT car, but it is a Dodge. I don't have the best memory. It's either, I'm going to say Brad Keselowski when he jumped into the 2. Of course, that's our guy, Dale Sr. Was not a Dale Sr. fan myself. I think he was probably one of the dirtiest drivers on the racetrack. And not to my liking. Some people like that. No, not my thing. I respect him as a man, as a driver, but not my driver. Caffrey in the green machine. I like it. Jason Day, I don't know if Day has a paint. I'm going to hit the refresh button just in case. Just in case I didn't get his paint. We'll come back to him. 5, that's Church. Oh, he's running some patriotic cars. Looks like a Michael Waltrip throwback. Yep, I think that's what it says on the name rail there. Michael Waltrip on the door. Looking good. Let me see if Dave's paint loaded. So I guess he doesn't have a paint there because it just came out white, or I have a problem. Lezo in the 47 Valvoline, that could be like Mark Martin or Scott Riggs, I think, ran Valvoline. In the 10, I believe. That's what his car number was. National Guard, there's my guy, Stryker. As we get ready, pace cars getting ready to pull off here. Barney back on the flag stand, green flag in hand.
Green flag.
Ready, green flag is out. 53 choosing the high side. The leader does get lane choice. He elects to go to the top, and he gets the jump on everybody so far. We'll see how the field does coming up here in turn 1. See him all over the track. Nice wide track. Caleb on the top against the wall. Cam middle towards the bottom. Great shot. See all the cars there. I think that was Church diving a little bit low. Big lead right now for Caleb, starting to pull away a bit from the number 2. But can we see him bide his time? We've seen him charge up front, burn him off. He knows how to do that. We've seen him be patient, bide his time, and then start to work his way back up slowly but surely. Good job by these guys, single file through the pack up. A little bit of a battle here. See Day here, side by side with the 75 of John Hammond, and the 47 lurking right behind him, just watching the battle. Trying to pick his line. Looks like he's following in behind the 75. John makes it clear there. Slides up on Day. Definitely got to be a little bit careful with the tires. Now we see Church taking a look on the 47, a little tight it looks like to me. Good battle here. Battle for 6th right here. Hammond just ahead. Church, Day, Bledsoe. Burke here working on, or trying to work on Donnie Williams. Donnie has some great looking cars. They're always shiny and metallic there, running that Newport. I like the metallic stripes on his cars. They really look nice. Roberge, he's a master at starting from the back and finishing up front. It's just something about how his racecraft works, how his brain works. Awesome. And we got some action here. Gonna rewind a little bit there. Little close call, I believe. Look at that. 377. So tight. He's getting a run there down the back stretch. Might send it in. Oh, really tight closing distance there. Good job by them guys. He's making the pass in 77. They're almost three wide here. Cameron gets it on Moduleski. Did mention as well earlier, the high lane is very quick, but it might burn out your tires. We saw Cameron kind of back it off, running the middle towards the bottom. That might be helping him out here. Coulter now starting to run the top. Caffrey right next to him. See the battle unfold here. John watching them. Oh, he's getting close to the 88. Thought he was starting to come up on striker there. And Bledsoe having the best seat in the house right now, watching the action. Look at that. They're almost three wide. John's taking a look on the inside. I don't know if he wanted to do it or he let off, but all right, Toto's just getting jacked up by the 88. He's able to save it. Good job by John in the 75 there. I think he came up on the 88, just trying to fall back in line. We'll take a look here. Oh man, just slid up, trying to fall back in line, slid up. And the 88 just the steam, the momentum off the corner there, but no harm, no foul. John's okay, back on the racetrack. Lots of racing to go. Cameron doing a great job right now, running his laps, biding his time, just being real patient, not really overdriving the tires. Moduleski might be under fire by the 77 here. Coulter Jr. doing a great job. About upper middle of the track. You see the 77 sliding off the corner. He's going to get the tires hot. To see a little wiggle there by Coulter off the corner as well. These cars are going to start to get loose. Tires very hot, very slick. They're going to bounce around down the back stretch. Just a wonderful sight. These cars look amazing. Someone in the wall. I think that was Bledsoe in the 47. The fact that it's a Taurus tells me that's a Mark Martin throwback. I just noticed that. Got a little bit of the wall there, still doing good. Everybody's starting to get spread out. A bit of a battle back here, bigger in the 01 in the Air Force machine. Donnie Williams just ahead of him, makes the pass. Philip Caffrey, the brother of Michael Caffrey, here in the 61. I think that looks like I don't know what it is. It looks like a dog or maybe some animal from Australia. I have no idea what that is. I gotta ask him later. Parsons back here. Balsamo looks like he's off the track. Striker making the pass on the 3. Shouldn't get real sideways there. See if we can take a look real fast. Oh, this is the 47 and the 88. Coulter starting to feel the effects of the tire, the right rear going, running that high line very hard. Starting to fall back a bit, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially early in the race. You run a line hard, you figure out how hard you can go with the car, how long you can run a line and really push it to the limit before it starts to fall off. That gives you information for the end of the race. If there's roughly the same amount of laps to go, you know when you can start to push it and you'll be okay for the duration. So a lot of information you can gain there by running hard early in the race, figuring out where your car likes to be pushed, where it likes to be handled, you can muscle the car around there. Looking up sideways there, off the corner and still hanging on to some speed. A lot of information to be gained there. Doesn't mean it's over. Jason Day here. Making the pass on Striker. Man, look at Coulter's really pushing it on the outside there. That right rear is just gone. It has to be overheated. It's not really gripping anymore. Day diving in low on the 88. Striker doing a great job on the high side. Cameron, big lead. Let's take a look. Big lead over Michael Caffrey, who got second and pulling away. Caffrey also pulling away from Mazelewski, one of the guys who was running the high line. And we see the difference there. Striker went to the high line a little bit later than these guys, and he's starting to gain. We see him quicker last 5 laps. There's Striker running the high side, great looking car, the 88. Jason Day here still trying to work on him. He's getting a good drive off, just can't really complete the pass. See if he's going to take a look outside. See what he does here. Starts to dive it in. It is the shorter way around the track, but you've got to let off so much on the high side. You can see the 88 dog tracking all the way around the corner. It's almost sideways. He can almost flat foot it through the corner, and look at the momentum. The sheer momentum, because your RPMs are so high up, you're almost pegged the whole way. You have momentum off the corner, but the trade-off is you're leaning on that right rear. We'll see how long he can hang on to it. Take a look from Striker's point of view. Oh, Striker gets loose there off the corner. We just mentioned that right rear, how long he can hold on to it. Right rear starting to go. He can't really keep sliding the car around the corner like that. Around goes the 52. Just more information gained for later. Good battle here. John Herron bouncing back. Taking a look at Burke. John a little bit free off the corner. Guys still battling back here. Every position matters, every point matters. Cameron Dario making a big lead here, almost 2 seconds over Michael Caffrey. Doing a great job right now. Just biding his time, managing the race. Bad fast in these cars right now. Jason Day, Striker recovering there, good job. 75, a little bit loose off the corner now, under fire by Roberge. Roberge making the pass. Biggert's next up here, see if he can get around John. It's like John taking a look at Roberge again. Got a good run there off the corner. A little tight there, sliding up the track. Not giving up that spot. He's able to hang on to Roberge. Dropping, making a big factor, or being a big factor here at the track. See John dive in low. See what he does with his side-by-side. Coming down off of 2. Roberge should pull on him here a bit. Look how bumpy the track is there. But John's still hanging off on his left rear. Let's see if he can dive it in. Biggert there, the Air Force car, just watching, waiting for his moment to strike. John just unable to make that pass, and that high line, it looks like it's going to be king here tonight. 0-1 making a pass there on John. Now John trying to go back low. There's the gap here. Robert's pulling away from Biggert. John's going to keep trying there. Stage break coming up here. Quick race breakdown. And we're running 112 laps. They don't do fast fresh here. They got 3 extra sets of tires. The stage break coming up here on completion of lap 30. 61 will be the next stage break. These guys are coming down to the wire. Cameron just needs to hang on, just do what he does. He's almost to the stage break so they can take a breather, get some tires, get some fuel. But he's gapping the field right now. He's got 2 seconds over Michael Caffrey. Caleb Modzaleski there, the 53 machine. See him diving in the corner, Cameron off in the distance. 77, just the striking distance of the 53. And Jason Day here putting some pressure on Caleb. See if we can get him right before the stage break. We're ticking here at 27 now. Good job by these guys here. Striker hanging on there, still running the top. Look at him dog tracking still on the side, on the high side. Burt free off the corner. Wow, it is super loose. What a great save. These cars are a handful. They're so fast, so fast. Biggert and Roberge have caught Burke in the X side. That's I want to say Ward Burke control the 99 X side machine there. Pack of hounds, pair of dogs here, all over the 73. The 01 is going to be in prime position right now. We know Burke's a little bit slower than these two guys. They caught him up pretty quick, but that high line still has some momentum. We'll see if he can hang on to it. 01 on the outside, on the inside. Look at the drag race down the backstretch. Wow. Burke doing a great job. I think Biggert's going to win this battle. The check up there. See the corner so tight on the bottom there. So it's a trade-off. It's shorter way around, but it's so tight you have to lift off. The 73 doing a great job hanging on to his spot. Working lap 29, just a couple laps to go. Pit road has closed now. They are unable to pit with 2 to go in the stage, so what you got? And Biggert, wow, Burt super loose off the corner. We saw Biggert make the pass. Great job. Caffrey still hanging on to his spot. Jason Day, Caleb Maletsky. Day was able to get around Modzaleski. Day now looking at the green machine just ahead of him. Running the last lap of the stage. Oh, Caleb riding the wall. He's got to be careful. Should be okay there. Not a lot of damage as long as he can smack it. The car's pretty tough though. Cameron coming around 3 and 4. It's like he might be your stage 1 winner barring it. Caffrey super loose. Day's going to look on the outside. Cameron's going to be your stage 1 winner. Side by side at the line. 77. Got it on the 52. Caleb, Burt, Stryker and Biggert there side by side. Great battle for the stage break. Roberge, Hammond, good rebound for 9th, and Mark Richkins top 10 here on the stage.
Nice run, fellas. Nice run there. Yeah, awesome.
Good job by Cameron. He really, something happened with Coulter. Coulter's upside down. Wow. He's just up. Wow, what happened? We got to see what went down. The caution is well out after this. It looks like it's something with Church. He's sideways. Oh, that's weird. He just got loose on his own, overcorrected, and man, Church is in the wrong spot. And it's weird because the caution's out already. But Church was in the wrong spot, and he slid up right in front of him. I want to make sure. Let's see. Let's look at Barney. See, the flag's out already. Right here. Caution's out. Barney's throwing the flag. Here's Coulter. Is he still racing? I'm confused. Still taking it. Caution's out already. And it starts to get loose on him. That one to the right overcorrected, and he got stuck on his lid. That's it for him. There's no fast repairs, though, as we just mentioned. Not sure how much damage Church has. See the hood. That was pretty crazy. Honestly, I'm not sure if they're still on it, or he just got loose, really, to try to back it down. Man, nowhere for Church to go. That's just unfortunate. Pit stops. Cameron Dario. Mazaleski there. Pit stops there. We see the timer at the bottom left. Timer on the left is total time on pit road. Timer in the brackets is time in your box. See how pit stops go. All these guys taking 4 tires. Cameron's going to win the battle. 77, Dave out. There's Mazaleski, Burke, Stryker, Hammond, Roberge. Figure it's going to be your top 10th coming out. Looks like Mark had a good strategy. We saw him pull out earlier. I thought he was one of the lap down cars, but he pulled a fast one on everybody. I'm not sure if he took tires or we'll see how it goes. But he went 15 spots as we see there. Dario is going to go now in 1. Day, Mazaleski loses 4. Stryker loses 2 spots here on the exchange.
Shoot, if you can make that last, the caution comes out.
I got to assume Retchkin didn't take tires, and he's going to take them from the next stage. Maybe have a set for the end. It's a pretty good idea. You never know what might happen. We see him see him coming in. Looks like he decided against it there.
Gonna take the top.
So here's your top 5 after pit stop. Stereo, Caffrey, Burke, Day, Mazaleski. We're going to throw a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back for the green flag.
Green flag.
Sorry about that SDK being a little odd. I was trying to get the UI out of the way, but You see, we just back in time for the green flag. The 2 picking up where we left off. Burt right on his heels. 77 having a problem there with the 88. Let's see. Take a look here. It's getting heated. 77 goes down. Looks like he was trying to give it to him. And maybe crowd at the 88 or just trying to get that entry. A little bit of wall for the 88, but he should be okay. Then guys back to the top side. Burt running the bottom. Cameron, I think he's got the line running the middle. It's working out for him. We'll see how he does here in the second stage. Next stage break is at 61, and then we run it out from there. So these laps are kicking down real quick. Cameron doing a good job. Striker recovering there, coming out like a rocket from the start, running the top side. Gets around Burt. We'll see how he does here in the corner. Right up against the wall. A little slide to the wall. Hear him pegged through. Super close. So tires are fresh, but we'll see how long it can last. Saw him start to fall off a bit there, as well as Modzelewski. Side by side here, Day diving in on Caffrey. Caffrey's got it in fourth. Day's trying to take it away. And we see Burke there just in the picture. Lots of cars everywhere, big wide track. You see Church here. We hear from down in the pits. He had about 5 minutes worth of damage. So he's just trying to turn laps right now. Their whole front clip is gone from that unfortunate incident, just in the wrong spot for Church, but never give up. Just trying to get some points there and finish the race. Keep going. Coulter, we see him sitting in the pits. He might be done for today. Striker all over. The number 2 of Cameron Dario. We saw this earlier again, though. Cameron just being patient, running his line, letting him by. He's got to let him by, and he came back relatively quick there on Modzelewski, who took it earlier. We'll see what happens with the 88. We see the 2 giving the 88 a little bit of room. It's pretty tight, though. There you go. We saw him let him. He basically let him by. Cameron playing the smart move, I think, here. Thinking big picture there, and I like it. Run your race, let them burn their stuff off, and get them back. Back here, we see Hammond. He's cruising around with Church. Brett Dove towards the end. Philip Caffrey. Looks like he's a lap down. I'm not sure why. And it's Robert. Shows Robert from 13th. Probably has to update. Because he's got Church. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, John Supers. Big slide off the corner. I'm willing to bet he didn't get tires either. You see a bunch of these guys falling back like Doug. Might be saving the set for the end. Striker getting the lead on Cameron Dario. Let's see what happened. Just as we mentioned, just coming off the corner, Striker using the high side, and we see the big checkup from the 2. He recognizes that the 88 has the speed. Coming off the corner and doesn't want to fight him. It's too early in the stage, too early in the race. He doesn't want to get in the tussle and not burn his stuff up. He's still keeping up with the 88. Striker running the, looks like the middle part of the track now. Doing a good job out here. Bart running third. Caffrey under fire by Jason Day. Modzelewski under fire by Bigger. Couple battles here. Then for everybody else, they're kind of spread out. Saw Mark there in the 76. He came back in the second time around. I was going to bet he didn't take tires the first time. Maybe thought better of it. Good looking car there. The 76. Nice shiny wheels. 88 out front, 273. Almost side by side. 76. I'm sorry, 77. 53 Day really pressuring Caffrey here. See the different lines. Striker now moving to the bottom of the track. Cameron staying true, using about the middle of the track. A little bit of bobble for the 77. They're both catching Burke here. I love this shot. These shots are absolutely great. We see him flare out there, trying to get position there, 77 and the 52. Looks like Burke starting to pull up a bit. All these guys catching Cameron and the 88, the leader. See how long they can last as the laps start to dwindle and run out. They're going to take off pretty quick here at Autoclub, especially with all the green flag racing. Church doing a good job hanging around. John Hammond, Brad Dove. Last car to the lead lap. Philip Caffrey coming off turn 4. He's a lap down. Bigger diving in the corner, trying to make ground there. Monteleschi side by side here. Dave looks like he got a bit of a run, but again, that high side paying dividends for these guys. 77 able to keep the spot. Cameron now catching Striker, and he's tugging Burke along with him. See Striker going back to the top. Cameron about middle bottom. He's side by side off the corner, I believe. Not quite. Cameron was real low off that corner. Being very gentle with the tires. There's Burke diving it in. Gonna be side by side for a bit, but the two's gonna pick up some momentum there with the 88 in front of him and pull out. But that gained a lot of ground for Burke. He's right on the bumper of the two now. See if Cam starts to step up the pace. See the 88 start to get a little wiggly now. Burke losing some ground there on these guys running the top. Battle back here as well. Apologize, Jonathan Parsons there in the McDonald's machine. Running in 11th. These guys trying to get it. There's Roberts. Might send it 3 wide there off the corner. Oh, you got to be careful. Devin DeCuno at the bottom, and they both get around the 43. I got to imagine the 43 checked up a bit. Side by side now. 498 going into 1. 98 might clear him here. We'll see what the 4 does. He's going to start to pull back. He's going to get a run there. Oh, sideways off the exit. Good catch. Good save there. For the 498 makes the pass. He's got some damage there. Chris Roberts does. On the right front, I believe. Or it might be just how the no, he does have the fenders pushed in there. He hit the wall or another car at some point. Doesn't seem to be affecting them too much. John Hammond well off the pace. This confirms to me that he did not take tires the first time around. Playing some strategy to see if they get a late caution towards the end. He'll have an extra set. Brad Dove might be on the same strategy. Kurt still chugging along there. See if he can get some more damage fixed here coming up on the stage with 11 to go. Here's the battle for the lead. Cameron on the inside of the 88. I don't think he's going to clear him here, but we'll see. Burke's going to shoot it in the middle, or try to. Oh, Church having a problem. He's in the wall. Still going straight. Think he got loose off the corner. Very free, mid-corner. Looking like a modified there. All that aerodynamics gone. Oh, John Hammond, good evasive maneuvers. Striker still holding on. Now Cam's got a battle on his hands. Burt shooting around the outside. Caffrey watching it unfold. We're going to fan out 3 while using the whole racetrack, top, middle, bottom. Very squirrely, yes. Very squirrely. Burt makes the pass. Now he's attacking the 88. We'll see what the 2 does here. All these guys closing in. There's Bigger coming back. Modzelewski, apologize, Day following Bigger. They're going to try and get the 77. These guys are falling off pretty big time now. Oh, Burt blinking. Don't blink. Just a little blink there. Alien's trying to get him. Now Cameron back to the top, or running the top. I wouldn't say back to the top. That's the first time I think we've seen him go to the top. But if anyone has the tires, he does. He was running the middle for the most part, bottom of the track a couple times. Might be having a hard time here. Striker hanging on. Oh, super tight. They're going to be 3 wide again. Look at that. They're approaching the lap car. That's Coulter Jr. Going to the bottom. Good on him right there. Letting the leaders go by. That's going to help out Cameron, though. He's going to go to the inside of Burt. Burt's in the wall. He's going to slow him down a lot. Cameron takes him. Bigger might get Burke as well. He does. Now Cameron sets his sights on the 88. We're back to where we were. It's getting dicey. Cameron sailing it off in the corner. Striker really managed his tires better this time around, I think, though. He's not as squirrely as he was the first stage. He's going to get the... Oh, he's just hanging off the right rear of the 2. Super tight. Look at that. Got a bit of momentum to stay with them, but I think the 2 is going to finish the pass here in this corner. We'll see. Man, Striker just able, not this time, though. Cameron back on point. New leaders in the number 2. Just a handful of laps on this stage. This race is flying by. Great racing, tight racing. And I'm expecting to see the number 2 start to pull away. Now Bigger on the attack on the 88. Burke still hanging around, watching the battles unfold. Super tight there. I love this shot right here. It really shows where the momentum is. 88 gets it clear off the 01. Man, but they're still keeping up with the number 2. Cameron not really pulling away, even though they're running side by side. Or he might be just pacing himself, which is not a bad move, considering they're side by side right behind him. He doesn't really have to push until one clears the other, and then you can really put it into gear, I think. Striker true to the top. Not coming off the top, running the top the whole way. Look at him sideways now. And still has the momentum. That just shows how powerful the top line is. Sideways through the corner, but he's starting to feel the tires now. We'll see how long it can last. I think if Bigger gets by the 88, he can challenge the 2 pretty quickly. He might have him here. He's going to clear him. Now he sets his sights for the top spot. Burke, Caffrey, Day, Modzelewski. These guys, Bledsoe, Redkin, I think took tires, Donnie, or Bears. I gotta say, all these guys back here are saving a set. The leaders are approaching Robert Church now. We see him Church, middle 3 and 4. Leaders now going into 3. Church, a great driver. I expect him to not be in the way. Very smart driver, knows willing to give up. Just steer the raw power down the front stretch. Biggert doing everything he can. He's closing in just bit by bit on the number 2. Let's take a look at the battle box. Just a bit off. A tenth and a half. There we go. That's what I was trying to find. Is the timing. Biggert faster. 2 of the last 5. He's there. It's going to be challenging to pass him, though. They're more or less pretty even. Biggert slightly quicker, but Cameron running the high side. It's going to be challenging for the 01 to make the pass. They're Biggert now faster that time around. Just half, a little less than a tenth. See him coming down the battle. That's Troach, Dub. Side by side are the leaders. Biggert looks like he's making the pass. He's able to get just ahead there on Cameron. And he's going to clear him off the corner here. New leaders, the 01. Cameron, a little bobble maybe there. Just point at the nose. Trying to dive in, the 01. King of saving tires this time around on this stage. Lap traffic there, lapping the 25 of Brad Dove. Dove staying high. Oh, Cameron coming back on the outside. He's trying to get on the quarter panel. He's there. He's kind of there. Biggert's still being respectful. Oh, Church. Wow. Well, Church nowhere to go. He didn't move. Cameron had to let off or run into the 5. I think is what made the difference there. So Biggert stay at the bottom. Kind of use Church as a pick, which nothing wrong with that. But the 2 still with him. We got one more time around for this stage. It's getting spicy. Looks like Cameron has used it all up here. Biggert starting to pull on him a bit. Striker hanging on to him. Burke right behind him. But this time, there's a caution. Oh. A little miscue there by the admins. New race controller, or new admin there, so it's okay. No biggie there, but I don't think Cam was going to catch Biggert that time. But Biggert's going to be your stage winner. Cameron Dario, Michael Strickland, Burke, Caffrey, Jason Day, Modzelewski, Bledsoe, Richkin, Williams, Donnie Williams. Good rebound there. Great looking car, very clean. Now it's time to race. I'm assuming a couple of these guys, like John Hammond, I know John did not take tires. He ran 61 laps on the same set. We'll see what he's got. See if the cautions flow his way at the end. Gonna get ready for pit stops here. Everybody pitting. Tires, fuel for everybody. This is the money stop, I believe, to get your track position. Here's our front runners. Looks like Biggert's gonna get it just ahead of Cameron. He does. Good stop. Burt, 88. Striker, 52 a day. There's Modzelewski right behind him. Caffrey and Mark top 8. Let's see if we can have a chat with the number 2. I'm joined here with the driver number 2, great racing, Cameron there. Looked like you were saving a little bit there in the first couple of stages. Looks like the 01 maybe saved a little bit. Is that what's going on? Just protecting the tire at Autoclub today? Hello, we're here joined with the number 2, Cameron. You got me? There we go. Sorry about that, Cameron. You had a great battle with the 01. We saw you. It looked like you were saving to us in the first stage when Monzaleski passed you. You came back. Same deal for the second stage. Is that your game plan, pretty much? Awesome. Well, the racing looks great. The battle looks good. Good luck to you. We're looking forward to the finish there. Got to work out some kinks there, but had to rush that one there. Had to work out a couple of audio cues. We'll get some kinks out here, but we're going back to green flag. Barney's going to have the flag in hand for hopefully the last restart. I believe they can make it all the way, barring any crazy cautions. One more stop in between, but it's going to be a green flag pit stop in my opinion. Green flag out, 01 takes it. Great jump. Side by side for second, number 2, 73. See what Striker does here, if he does anything different, maybe learn some things. See these sticks to the top. See all these guys there battling for position. There's Bledsoe on the 76 of Retchen. Donnie Williams just ahead of the 76 and the 15. Bledsoe trying to get both of them there, but they're going to have some momentum on the high side. Good battle. Bledsoe able to hang on side by side with the 15. The 15 looks like he's going to check up a bit. Yep, letting these guys by. Oh, tight battle here. The 2 just shot it around the 01 very tight. These guys are going at it. Look at that. What a sight. Track's very bumpy. The 2 might get him there. Cameron wants it here. I'm going to say he's going to try and send it till the pit stop. Cameron able to complete the pass. These laps are winding down pretty quickly. Burke watching the battle unfold. Striker right behind him. See him fan out in the corner here. Burke looking for a spot, looking for some room. Stay behind them. Caffrey a couple seconds behind these guys. Apologies, about half a second behind these guys. A couple car lanes. Monzaleski, Bledsoe, everybody else for the most part single file. There's battles here. Bledsoe and Williams. Bledsoe still trying to get one up on Donnie. A little bit of cluster of cars here. So might have it. Donnie free off the corner. 3-1. John sends it in the middle, and he's going to get both of them. Wow, look at the power, the sheer power, the entry. These guys were fighting each other, had a bit of a squirrely entry, and John just says, I'll pass you both in the middle. The momentum down the backstretch was just insane. What a shot. That was so exciting to see. John's now setting his sights on them cars in front of him. Mezelewski and Caffrey in the green machine going at it. You see everybody else single file up top. They're just trying to get some laps turned, but it's a mess, a pack of hounds back here. The Acuna in the 43 a bit loose. Doing good there. I like that. The Cheerios, let me see. That's John Andretti, I want to say. Yep, look, you see the name rail there. John Andretti. Good driver there. Pack of dogs here. It's a fight on the racetrack. It's a fight, and they're trying to get everything they can. Side by side here, Mark Fritchkin skating around the 47. Bledsoe, Donnie, Scott Robert's on his outside. Robert's going to have some speed. Donnie's checking up again, I want to say. Or just the momentum was that big of a difference. I think Donnie's saving, though. I want to say he's saving some tire there, trying to push towards the end for the last stop. Cameron Dario, Jeremiah Burke, apologize. Cameron Dario, Jeremiah Burke, all the way to the apron, trying to get everything he can. See if we can look at some hands here on the track. Hands tell it all. See the wheels kink to the left, to the right a little bit. Helps with some cornering there. It's a little bit less tire wear, as that's less. They're offset. The tires are pointing straight when the wheels kink to the right a little bit like that. So you're not turning the tires much. It's all the setup here. The league does run fixed setup, so that's how this fixed setup is. I'm going to say your tire a little bit helps you back up the corner and rotate the car. You see here is he's a bit straight when the car starts turning in. Seeing him fight the car a little bit. Side by side now. Nope, not quite. But he's really pressuring Cameron. Biggert, I want to see what Biggert's doing there. Here in the corner. He goes in early compared to Burke. Much more steady on the wheel. It's bobbling a little bit because the track is bouncy, but a lot more steady than we saw with Burke. And that equates to speed. You're not scrubbing as much speed off, and you're not scrubbing tire off. You're not wiggling the car. You're protecting the tires, being very patient. The more steady you can keep that steering wheel, the better for your equipment. And that translates to wins. Or just try. He really wants that lead. He's not going to give up. He's really sending it in there, but I think he's burning his stuff up, just diving it in like that, sliding up the track. Cameron, I got to say, is running his pace. He's being patient. He's running the same line he's been running. He's middle of the track about. Oh, something happened with Burke. I think he hit the wall. I looked at the scoring for a second and just noted, no, I think Bigger just had that much of a run there. He really sent it in the corner. I had to take a look real quick. He wasn't able to make the pass. It looks like he's still there. Burke checked up a little bit earlier than what Bigger did. He might have messed up his line. Burke closing the door on the whole one there. Very tight racing. See him side by side. The 73 is going to get just once again the momentum off the corner, but As we've seen before, that's wearing the tire, specifically the right rear. These guys behind him, Dave, Striker, they're just riding single file, watching the battle. These guys are fighting each other. Side by side for a second. These guys really closing up on Cameron. Cameron just being very gentle with the equipment. Might have a 3 wide off the exit. Burke's trying to force it, but Cameron closes the door. They both get around the 01. He took a look. He was gonna put his nose there if he could, but Cameron was not having none of it. That would have been squirrely. I don't think that would have ended well for anybody. Battle still unfolding. Day, Striker right behind Day in the 52. These guys just biding their time. Cameron has to be checking up everybody. I can't believe he's off that pace that quickly. But he's letting them guys fight each other. Kind of managing, again, dictating the race. Check up one line, back up the other, keep them side by side. Looks like the all-one's able to get around. Burt, oh, something happened. Oh, nope. I thought I saw someone dropping the timing. Biggert trying to get it on the number 2 now. He's able to get around Burke. Striker gets by Day in that scuffle there in the last few corners. Burke running the top side so hard. Looks like he's starting to feel it now. Striker trying to get the 73. What a great battle. Working 78 of 112. But the race, it's just begun. We've been riding around for a couple stages, but the real race is just starting. Don't go anywhere. It's going to get hairy. They're not going to give us much room. They might lean on each other. We'll see what happens. But the story is just unfolding. Striker still working on the 73. Good battles all around. Striker now going to the top. See if he can clear Burt. Pushes Burt to the bottom of the track. Looks like he's going to clear him this time coming off turn number 4. Cameron, 88, Day. Look at that, right up against the wall. Bigger trying to get it from the number 2. Leads that lap, but they're still side by side. These laps are dwindling. They still got a pit, I believe, though. Man, look at what a sight. It's just, these cars look phenomenal. They're so fast. Let's take a ride with the 88. And look at our speed team. 194 just before the corner. We'll see how they do coming around. Almost 200 miles an hour. These cars are hauling the mail, that's for sure. Bigger clearing the 2, slides just in front of him. See what Cameron has. See if he was saving enough. It's gonna stick to the top. Looks like the 01 has definitely taken care of the equipment a little better. We're riding with Jason Day, taking a look at the leaders. Tracker might be falling off just a bit here. Day sideways in the corner. Tail happy there. Doug here turning some laps. Caffrey. Church still out there getting some points. A little bit of wall there. It looks like they were able to put the front end back on. Got a lot more damage repaired there. Coulter also turning some laps. After having that problem earlier in the first stage. Take a ride with Biggert here. Biggert gapping these guys. Striker getting it on the 2. Cameron really pushed there early on. Oh, Church having an issue. See, looks like he's in the wall there. I think he got the wall off the corners. Oh, maybe he had a problem because he just went right. And it murdered the car. Looks like he took it from pits there. He might have had an equipment issue. There we go. He's trying to get that driver cam working there. Well, it was quiet for a bit. Apologize. We see Nathan Biggert very focused. Look at him. Up 13 spots from the starting position. Also on the driver cams today, Jeremiah Burke. Gotta help Burke out. Looks like Bledsoe's come in. Burke's camera not working, but we can work on that. Bledsoe taking pit stops. Donnie coming in. Parson, oh, nope, not Parson. Donnie coming in. Let's see. Bledsoe exiting the pit stops, the pit cycle now. Expecting these guys to take 4 tires. Yep, we see the car jacking up on the 15. Nathan Biggard still pulling away. And this is just helping him out here. He doesn't really have to push anymore. Just be patient. Right around. Stryker taking second now. Cameron Dario falling off just a bit. See how that strategy worked for him. Did tell us he was trying to save tire, but it looked like he pushed harder that stint than the other versus the other two. Cameron Dario coming down, diving down into pit road. Now I'll give him this. His pit strategy is absolutely phenomenal. Usually he can gain a good few spots from when he pits, and the tire management coming out is just excellent. So we'll see how his pit strategy does compared to Biggert here and the rest of the guys. Stryker, Dave, Burt, Mark Retkin coming in now. That's Philip Caffrey right behind him. Looks like we see Biggert coming down. Take his stop. Oh, Free coming in. You see his reaction there. Very squirrely. Looks like he didn't get a penalty, but super, super hard entry. See if it cost him. Bunch of guys on pit road. Burt came in right behind him. Parsons just coming in now. Church, we saw Church tow earlier. There's Day taking right sides. Pit crew. I wish iRacing would let us see the pit crew. Give us an option to turn it on and turn it on or off. I would turn it on for broadcasters so you can see all the pit crews out there. That would look so cool. There's Biggert on the outlet. And where that's going to stack up, Stryker coming in now. We saw, let's see, where's Cameron? There's Cameron. Coming out here, everybody. We saw him pit just a lap before. He's passing Burt now. Biggert's just ahead of him. I wouldn't say just ahead of him, almost the entire straightaway. Parsons, Stryker. Taking 4 tires. Crew sets the car down, running around, taking left sides. There goes the left sides, coming out. Right now, Caleb's your leader. And Christian Bears, we've seen him stay out very long before, and it's worked out for him. We'll see how it goes for the 98, who's a master at finishing up front. Starting in the back, but does not stay there. It's phenomenal, the strategy you can do. Donnie Williams, Retchkin, Bledsoe. Looks like everybody has pitted. The 53 right now leading. Needs to pit, I believe. Roberts, DeCuna, Caffrey, Hammond. Top 5, I believe, still need to come in, or if they save enough fuel to really make it to the end. But tire wear is going to come into play, even if they can. We'll see how the tire holds up. Chris Roberts here, DeCuna. Looks like Devin's starting to make his way into pit road. Very gentle entry, very gentle entry. Not wanting to risk anything. That's a nice nice car there, the John Andretti car. John Hammond here. These guys hoping for a caution is what's going to save them now. I think they have to come in. They're trying to hope for a caution. Someone sliding in pit entry maybe. There's Caleb now coming in to pit road. I think I saw a little bit of tire skid back there. But very good entry. The Kuna came in as well. We saw him earlier. Yeah, so he's exiting now. You see the car, the crew drop the jack. Nice and smooth exit. That'll give the 98 Roberts inheriting the lead in the 98 Vancouver Chevrolet. Chris Roberts, our Canadian throw from across the pond. Caffrey still out. Hammond. Effectively, Nathan Biggert's your leader. And he's closing on these guys very quick. He's got the tire for it. These guys are begging for a caution right now. I don't think it's going to happen. There's a lot of good drivers out here. It's a nice big wide track. You see Biggert getting around Daytona. Right here. Striker, Cameron, about 3 seconds, 3.5 seconds off your leader, Nathan Biggert. That gap he pulled there before pit stops just made wonders, coupled with pit stops. Just doing great for his track time. That is a race as well on pit road. There, your pit entry, how hard you can go in without going over the speed limit and getting hit, equates to track time. That equates to seconds on the track. Coming down pit road, everybody has to hit the same limit, but it's your stop in the box, how straight you can be in the box, how center you can be for the crew to just get to where they need to be. They're practically already in position when you're coming in. We see the crews run out as the driver pulls into pit road. If you can get the box dead on, the crew doesn't have to adjust. They're in spot. They sit, get on their knees, change the tires, come around the car, change the tires, and it's go time. Now they exit. You can put the power down, get up to speed, up to the pit limit very quickly. Again, all of that together, that equates to seconds on the track. And Biggert looks like he had the fastest pit time that last time by. Just phenomenal. Roberts now came in. He's exiting pit lane right now. Just Caffrey needs to pit, and John Hammond. For bunches of seconds, it's a race getting in and out of pit road, driving through pit road. Everything's about time, as quick as you can do it without getting hot. That's seconds on the racetrack, and seconds is a lifetime. We see Cameron Dario back here. Burke 3 seconds off, 4 seconds off of Biggert. These guys here who didn't take tires the first stage, they still got an extra set, so you never know. Someone might lose it, spin out, hit the wall. If a caution comes out now, it's a whole new ball game, because there's a couple of cars out there that still have a set of tires, and that's going to matter. We got 14 to go. Let's see if it comes out for them. Caffrey losing time. Biggert. Look how quick Biggert's gaining on him. Biggert's just in view there. We know the 77 can make it on fill based on pit stops. So while the 75, it's the tire wear. That's the difference. They're on older tires, but they got enough fuel. See the focus on Biggert there? Very gentle throttle input, very smooth. You can see his wheel. I love seeing the driver's hands. We talked about it. Their hands, how quick their hands are. I like when we can see the actual driver's wheel, how he manipulates the car, the wheel. We see him making the pass from 77. It should be a pretty quick pass, I think. Nice and smooth there below the 77. Not a lot of delay there between the two inputs. Biggert's view is split for us. His left is all right. But back to the hands. It's all about input here. You got your throttle input, brake input, but your hands, what you do with your steering wheels, what the car will do, what you're telling the car to do. And I love to see how the drivers manipulate the car, where they're putting it. If they gotta save it, if they're quick with the wheel, quick with their hands. It's almost like artwork. It's just a phenomenal sight to watch these guys race like this and carry this heavy car all the way around the racetrack so close to the wall, hitting the same line over and over. It almost becomes mundane. You might get in your head and mess yourself up, but if you can get that rhythm like we see Biggert going, just very smooth, wheels very steady, not a lot of movement, and that equates to speed. Biggert pulling away Caffrey. John Hammond falling to the clutches of Jeremiah Burke. Burke on fresher tires. We see Cameron Dario back there. The laps are winding down. It's been a green flag race minus the stage breaks. These guys are on it. Now is the race. 10 to go. Stay back here with Strickland. They got separated. That's all the pit stop strategy we talked about earlier. The differences in the pit speed entry creates these gaps on the racetrack. The pit speed exit, the same, it creates the gaps on the racetrack. We see them go nose to tail in a pit road, but how you stop in your box, how you carry the speed down in and out of pit road will create the gaps around the racetrack. Cameron keeping up with the 73. These guys really got to put the pressure on, but Biggert, he's the man in charge. He's got such a big lead. He doesn't need a push. He can run the bottom line. Doesn't have to slide the car. Be smooth. Let him close up a couple seconds. He's got seconds to spare. He doesn't need to win by 10 seconds. He can win by half a second. This is where the leader is really in control. Being this far ahead, he can be very gentle with the tires. The other guys have to race each other and push their car to the limits. And should they catch the leader has better tires underneath him to pull away. We've seen it time and time again. Right now, Biggert's in charge, and I think he's a shoo-in for the win as we stand right now, barring a caution. Caffrey doing good. Burke, Cameron Dario just following Burke around. They're just trying to catch up to these two guys. We see first and second there. What I'm impressed with is Caffrey's more or less sticking with Burke, I believe. No, that's Decuna in front of him. Apologize. There's Burke. Pulling away. Here's our lap times. Biggert running 41.6s, 41.8s. We see him fluctuate, start to slow down. Take a look at Cameron. 41.8s, 42s. See everybody more or less running the same. Burke a little bit slower on the lap times. And number 2 making the pass on the 73. It's going to slide up here, I believe. No, sticks to the bottom. 73 is going to have the run outside. Not quite, a little bit tight there on the exit. Appreciate everybody joining Chopshop TV. By the way, it's been an exciting race. Green flag all the way. These guys are getting after it. Appreciate all the likes from all of you. I need to set up my alerts there, so I apologize I missed it. We used to be on Twitch, and we had to switch over to YouTube due to Twitch's the changes they made. So I don't have alerts for the likes and all that. I apologize I missed it. Thank you everybody for the likes, everybody watching. Do you have the chat up though? So I can see the chats there next to me. As we see Parsons in the wall there. But I appreciate you guys bearing with us here. We had to switch over to YouTube last second. Biggert pulling away. Caffrey hanging on. Dario, let's see if he can catch up. I think he can catch Caffrey with 6 to go. I don't think he'll catch Biggert though. There's way too much ground to gain there with such little time. Biggert just did a phenomenal pit stop. Coulter in pit, Church in pit, the 2 guys that are out. Balsamo will be completely out of the race. We saw him wreck earlier in the race. Biggert, Dario, Caffrey, Burke, Day, all these guys. John Hammond trying to get their striker back to the top. See him bobble. We'll take a look at striker's hands. Oh, John very loose. He might come out. Oh, John saves it. I thought he was going to slide back in front of the 88. Wow. We'll take it. We talked about hands earlier. I want to see these hands at work. See them bobble a little bit, bobble off the wall. Hear the weight, or you can see the weight shift, throttle fluctuation. Work the weight there. I thought John was going to shoot back up on the track. He manages to save it. Good driving right there by the 75. Thank you so much. It's been a phenomenal race. Thank you for joining us as well for every race. It's we all know you're a big supporter, and we all appreciate it. Chopshop as a whole. Thank you so much. Bigger, 3 to go. It's his race to lose. Caffrey hanging on to second, but there's Cameron Dario closing in. Burke bit off them. Day back here. These guys very spread out. Striker might get 5th place from Jason Day. Hear the throttle fluctuation. Oh, Day was going to slide up. He sees Striker in the middle with that run. Gives him the room. Very courteous there late in the race. A lot of other drivers would have just slid up in front of them and either forced that driver to hit him or checked up. But very courteous by Day there. Another one of our Canadian friends in the 52 machine. Striker takes top spot. 2 to go for the 01 Air Force machine. Sending it around turns 1 and 2. All on his own. 5 seconds ahead of Caffrey. Cameron Dario still trying to put the pressure on the 77. Caffrey with some great pit stop strategy to put him out there in front. Just an awesome strategy. Very smart by that team, by that group, by the green machine there. Cam's burning his stuff up. You see Bigger way off in the distance, coming out of 4 now. Cam's having a hard time getting around the 77. But we're coming to the white flag. This is your race. 01 goes by, taking the lead, 77-2. It's a battle for second right now. Burt, Striker, Jason Day. Striker was able to get around Day. There's Hammond back here. Nathan Biggert. There's lap cars ahead of him. I don't think there'll be a factor. Biggert has such a big gap, he doesn't really need to pass him. Side by side here. Cameron Dario, he did get around the 77 on the last lap. Biggert coming around, turns 3 and 4. The first Gen 4 race of the season belongs to the 01. There he is, the winner, Nathan Biggert. Cameron Dario gets it on Michael Caffrey right at the end. Jeremiah Burke. Striker, Day, Hammond. Monzaleski, we see him come by in 8th. These guys still finishing. Looks like that's Roberge in 9th. Mark Richkin finishing around in top 10. What a race. What a great race. Green flag the whole way. Very tight racing. But lots of courtesy on the racetrack, and that's the big factor. You can race hard and beat clean. Phenomenal race. Phenomenal race. We'll see Nathan Biggert burn it down here. Light him up. We'll wait for these drivers here to come into the booth. Caffrey was your 3rd place, waiting for him to come in. There he is. Talk to him first. And here we have third place finisher, the number 77 of the Green Machine, Michael Caffrey. Michael, how you doing? Man, you look phenomenal. You're really pulling a fast one out there, but I want to ask you, during the race, a lot of tire wear, a lot of guys running up the top of the track, middle of the track, the bottom of the track. We saw lots of speed up top, but lots of tire wear also. Where did your car like to be on the racetrack? Give me just a moment. We're having looks like an audio issue with Discord and OBS. One second. There we go. Caffrey, you got me?
Yeah. Got you, Joe.
There we go. Okay, apologies about that. Still working out some kinks, but so you mentioned the bottom of the track was a lot quicker. Towards the end there, some pit stop strategy really came into play, and you did kind of a short stop. Was that your game plan for the whole race?
Yeah, I'd game planned a little bit before the race and worked out roughly what I'd do, and I was just watching who'd went in, and I saw John dart down, and that's when I made the call that I was going to go down, and I figured I was after about 20 laps, I'd jump in the pit lane, and that'd get me home with enough fuel, and then I'd get that advantage of using the tyres up as much as I could. But that was roughly my strategy, and it was a really good race. I did have a problem right at the start, like probably I think the first two stages, Joe, I had my accelerator was sort of stuck on slightly, so I was about, a tenth or whatever. It just wouldn't turn off, and then for the third stage, after I pitted it, it turned off.
A little bit of some glitches there, it sounds like, but stuff we as drivers got to work through, thinking on the fly, right, and unknowns. Got to be very quick on your feet, if you will. But great job there, driving, good strategy. It looked pretty good there for a second place. Cameron just got you there towards the end with the tire wear. But overall strategy is still working in your favor. First race there with a top three. Give me some shout outs. Give me your likes and who you need to thank.
Hey, Joe, first up, I'd like to thank yourself for doing the broadcast. John and Striker and all the admins for running Chopshop and putting on this, the Gen 4, and obviously this is the first race. Hey, and I'd also like to thank Nate, Cam, and everyone else for the race. It was a great race. Everyone was pretty fast out of the gates, and it was just getting to the end. So I'm glad to get some points on the board. And I had thoughts there for a second when I was sitting in first. I thought, oh, here we go, come on. But it is what it is. Thanks a lot, Joe.
Absolutely, can't fault you from trying, and it's a great way to kick off the season. We'll look forward to you racing next weekend in the number 77 Green Machine.
Thanks, Joe.
That's our third place finisher, Michael Caffrey. Up next, Cameron Dario, who looked very quick at the start of the race. We'll see what his thought process was towards the end. Cameron, you got me?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Cameron, what a fantastic race you ran. We did have a chat with you about midway, trying to work out some bugs. So it was fairly quick chat. But you mentioned to us some tire saving. the first couple stages. After the first stage, maybe pushed a little too hard, or what was your thought process?
Well, actually, after the first stage is when I started backing off more. I think that's what caused me to lose so much time. And then once the tire is gone, you can't really make it back up because it gets so loose coming off the corner. But other than that, I mean, it was great. It was just a great day, great race, good racing, clean. Everybody was giving each other room. Had a hell of a battle there at the end with Caffrey just to get second place, which is fun. Yeah, it's just tough, man. It's just once it gets loose, it's loose. You know, it's on ice. So just had to compensate for that, and didn't really save enough. I probably could have ran the bottom and saved some more. But towards the end of the race, there the car actually changed a little bit. So it was all in all, it was good though. It was good.
Also, McCaffrey mentioned to us that he felt the bottom line was faster, but we did see a lot of guys run the top. For the most of the race, we saw you about middle, top, and then towards the top, toward the end. Is that where your car really liked to be, about middle of the track, just kind of protecting the tire, like you said?
Yeah, 100%. It was really just trying to get the drive off and not eat the right rear up, and then also try and get into the corner and not eat the left rear up. And towards the end of the race, it was so loose. The only way I could get a run off really was to keep it up high and use the looseness to get around the corner. So, like I said, it's fun. It's a driver's track. You got to adjust to it as it goes, and it was just a lot of fun.
Awesome. We definitely had fun watching you guys battle around the track there. Just one more question is pit stops. Pit stops were so key at the end there. Did you have a strategy of when to pit? We've seen you pit early quite a few times in various races, and it works out very well for you. Did you have a set number of lap of when to pit, or just kind of when the other guys came in?
It was more, yeah, I kind of did. I'd like to be like 20 laps left to run, give it 5 laps, get the tires warmed up, and then if we got a little caution there, I could probably still have something. Maybe not enough if somebody had fresh tires, obviously, but I'd have something to be competitive there. So I was looking for like the 20 to go kind of mark.
Awesome.
It was right on cue. I mean, really.
It's almost like clockwork when you pit it. It's you're very consistent with your strategies, and like I said, it works out for you most of the time. And this time, I'd say it's successful. It's a great kickoff to the season. Second place is nothing to slouch at with this field. But definitely a big congratulations to you in second place. And throw me some shout-outs. Who you got to thank?
Well, I got to shout out you for doing it, man. Thanks for doing this. And I can't wait to watch it. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. And thanks to Stryker and John for the opportunity to be able to be here and race with these guys. Thanks to the drivers for coming out and putting it on. Thanks for the fans for tuning in, and all the sponsors that go along the Chopshop. And yeah, man, I'm excited. It'll be fun.
We're looking forward to the Gen 4 season. If this race is the way it's going to set off the tone, it's going to be something. But congrats to second place. We'll see you next week. And thank you for joining us again.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
So number 2, Penske Dodge. Up next is your race winner, Nathan Biggert in the 19. Nathan, you got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Nathan, what a great battle there towards the end there. The massive gap you had at the end of the race just shows no bounds. But before we get to that, your strategies towards the beginning of the race, we didn't see you quite up front towards the first couple stages, maybe towards middle to late end of the second stage. Was it just protecting the car, protecting the tire wear, or figuring out what the car likes to do?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my strategy all along coming into this race, I knew that these guys got me covered as far as like hot lapping. I didn't even bother qualifying because I just didn't want to embarrass myself. So I was like, I'll just start in the back. But I knew that on a 20-lap run that most of the time I'm one of the top of the field when it comes to saving tires and having pace after 20, 30 laps, So that was basically my strategy. Just go easy from the beginning and slowly work my way up, try to keep the car clean and stay out of trouble.
So let's talk pit stops there. Pit stops we noticed going in, I believe it was the last stop, a little squirrely on the entry there. Coming in too hard, maybe did you have like a braking marker that you usually set for your pit stops, or it's kind of just gauging the feel?
Yeah, I mean, I had the braking marker and I had that set right, and I was all set. But what happened was I downshifted in the second too early, and it just, what is that called? Wheel hop the rear end. And it almost sent me right around. I got lucky, pushed in the clutch, and it straightened back out. But yeah, that was a scary moment there for a second.
And we caught you just riding on board going in, so we caught it just at the right time. And it's a great save. A lot of us would lose it there when you downshift too early. You over rev and it kicks the car around. But
Yeah.
another thing is hands. So I mentioned hands during the race, and what that translates to is wheel movement. Compared to a lot of guys in the racetrack here, it is pretty bumpy, but lots of wheel movement for a few drivers. But when we jumped on board with you, it's smooth. It's almost butter, a little bobble here. Due to the track being bumpy, but it looked like the car felt really good for you. Is that how it was?
Yeah, absolutely. And I try to keep it as smooth as possible. And honestly, I think that had a lot to do with I don't have to move the wheel so much because I ran the 12-to-1 ratio, where a lot of the guys were doing the 14-16, trying to help save tire, which normally that does work. But I don't know, just I got a good feel for this track, so I ran the 12-to-1. You just don't have to move the wheel much, and it does what you need it to do.
Awesome, and that definitely translates to speed on the racetrack. Towards the end of the race there, just the massive gap, about 5-6 seconds there you had on everybody. What are your thoughts there? So you have a big lead. You don't really got to push as hard. It's kind of just turn some laps at that point.
Yeah, definitely. Like I knew that I had that when I came out of the pits. I started with like a 3.5-second lead, so I was like, all right, perfect. Like, because like I said, I don't like to push it. I'm not that one lap fast guy, so I felt great that I had that gap to work with to just cruise and take care of my stuff, because it was still like a 22 lap run to the end. So I just set my pace like I had all race and got in the groove, hit my marks, and just brought it home, and didn't worry about going fast, trying to stretch it. But I think the opposite happened behind me, because I had that gap. Them guys were pushing extra hard, trying to catch, and they just burned their stuff up, and I was able to just keep driving away.
Absolutely. The race leader towards the end definitely dictates the race, and we saw that today. Very consistent driving, phenomenal racing all around. Give me some shout-outs. Who do you want to thank? Who do you got to thank for being here?
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate the race being put on, the league, Chopshop, putting this race on, man. It's awesome. Great league. I run them with everyone they got. We're going to be starting the dirt one, and next gen will be starting up again in here in 2 weeks. And running these Gen 4s is going to be different. I'm not very well versed in these cars. I mean, I like this track, so I think that's why it helped me tonight. But we'll see how the rest of the season goes. But yeah, just thank Chopshop for putting the races on. Again, Chopshop TV, you for doing the broadcast. I enjoy after the races being able to go back and watch, especially on a night like tonight where I did a good job, had a great finish. It's so fun, and having fans watch is just amazing, letting our family and friends be able to watch us do this, have a great time, and cheer us on. Thank my 3 sons for sponsoring the league. They, Sherry does a great job, puts in a lot for this league to keep us going. Really appreciate her. She watches all the races. I see her chiming in on the broadcast. It's just thank her. It's amazing what she does. And just a shout out to my mom, and that'll be it.
Awesome, Nathan. We appreciate you. I definitely do. Thank you for the kind words. We'll see you next week. It's Old Daytona before the repave, so we know that track's bumpy. What do you think? How are you going to do there at Daytona? Do you have any ideas how to attack it?
No, it's gonna be quite a race. It'll be interesting to race, and for anybody who wants to watch, it's gonna be fun, because I know these cars definitely get some draft, they get some runs, but you got to be careful not to overheat them, being right on the bumper. So with all them bumps and all the horsepower we got here, it's gonna be a crazy race. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely, we're looking forward to seeing you there. Thank you again for joining Chopshop. Congratulations on our first place, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
There's our winner, Nathan Biggert. Here we go. There's our winner, Nathan Biggert, in the 01 Air Force Machine at Auto Club. What a fantastic race this was. Lots of action on the tracks, a couple of cautions just for the stage breaks, and that's what makes a great race, is when it goes the green flag run. You can see strategy play out. You see driver skill definitely play out there. Who can manage their equipment, protect their tires. This track is very quick, but it'll eat up your equipment so fast, and we saw that tonight. Next week, as I mentioned, is old Daytona, 2008 version of Daytona. That track is so bumpy. These cars are going to be out of control with their speed. We're going to hit 200 plus. Don't miss it next week. Same time, same place. Chop Shop TV. We'll be there next week, and we hope to see you there.